So I'm going to go through 6, and hopefully they're really easy, really simple, and you can either take notes or I'll send a follow-up. But the first one is preparation, which sounds like, well, duh. But a lot of people go into Lyme disease thinking it's going to be quick. You're going to get your antibiotics and you're going to, be out in a few weeks and better and back to yourself. And a lot of times that's not the case. So I think we need to kind of go back and relook at how we can prepare ourselves for a much bigger fight than we might have originally thought. And that can be anything from, organizing your medical files to making a calendar of your medications, whatever you think will best prepare you for your recovery. And it will also help you keep focused on what is probably one of the biggest struggles of your life right now. So for each one of these focus areas, I'm going to give a tip. And my tip for being prepared is to gather a support team. Because I think a lot of us don't like to think of not necessarily being invalid, but of having to rely on others to do basic things. And sometimes that happens with Lyme disease and other sicknesses, and we really need to kind of gather our support team, those closest to you and those you can trust. Let them know what's going on, what they might expect, and asking them if you can rely on them. And I think having an understanding of who's there for you and your support team, having an understanding of, what you're going through, can really take a big stress off your shoulders and help you through all the different aspects of this disease. Another important thing about your support team is having them address things that you're having really hard time with, and don't be afraid to ask for help there. These should be people that you trust. I know one thing that I had a really hard time with when I was going through Lyme disease is I didn't have a lot of energy to want to go out and do all the social things that I was used to going out with. So I would call on a person from someone I really felt close to and ask them to come over and just hang out with me and watch a movie or do something really low-key. If that's your sister or your best friend, your boyfriend, anyone can really be that person, just to make sure that you're getting some social interaction there and not turning into a total hermit. And that might be something different for you, that big stress, but try to wheel in someone who can really help you through something that you're struggling with. So the second area of focus, I'm going to turn to meds and supplements. And the reason why this is a big focus is because I think there needs to be a debate about the topic of antibiotic treatments for Lyme disease, and it's already going in that direction. But I think also because we focus so much on the medicine, a lot of times we forget the benefits of nutritional supplements, and these can actually boost and drive our recovery and often correct many of our symptoms. And if you're deficient, sometimes they can actually cause more symptoms. So it's a really important focus area. So the tip here is to test and treat for your nutritional deficiencies. If your doctor hasn't already, I would definitely suggest asking your doctor for a comprehensive blood test, and then have them describe to you any low or abnormal nutritional deficiencies that you might have. And you can also kind of look up common nutritional deficiencies in the U.S., and you can just be proactive about these for yourself, and those could include magnesium, calcium, iron, or the essential women's nutrients that are often found in a daily vitamin, and also vitamin B, C, and D. And these will really help you not only boost your immune system, but also make sure all your systems are working together. You need some nutrients to actually absorb other nutrients. So it's really important that, especially when you're sick, if you're deficient in any of these areas, to make sure you're up to par so you can not only feel healthy but get on the road to recovery easier. The third area of focus, which kind of goes off of the last one, is nutrition. This was a huge learning experience for me and changed my life forever, for the better, way after I recovered from Lyme disease. And it's more than just adjusting your eating habits. You realize as you make these small changes how connected you are to what you put in your body, and how you feel and think is directly correlated to what you're eating and how you're eating it. So my tip for this focus is to ditch the box. And by ditching the box, I mean trying to avoid as much as possible processed foods, anything that's made in some way by man and not found naturally in nature, which is really hard to do. There's the paleo diet, which isn't perfect. I think we learned a lot since paleo, but I think it is a good thing to try to focus on cooking food in your own kitchen rather than eating a box of cereal or prepared bread. Mainly because there's a ton of processed sugar in there and artificial ingredients that can in themselves make you sick, let alone when your immune system's down and you're trying to recover. So eating fresh when possible can be really impactful. And a good way to kind of intensify the impact of really ditching the box is to focus on items that are closest to its natural state and that require less heat to be cooked. So that can include seafood, fruits, and a ton of veggies whenever possible. And we get into veggies more in Lyme lessons, but I'm not going to bore you yet here.